Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another review. This time around, we're here to review Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Almost said CrossWorld Racing, but Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. It's a really big game. The official release date is September 25th. Big shout outs to SEGA for giving us this opportunity of checking the game out so early. But I've got to tell you guys, this is one of the best racers that I have played in some time. And with all the different DLC coming to the game as well, this is something that you, your friends, your family, everybody's going to want to play. So if you don't know really much about the game in general, race across land, sea, air, and space in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Warp through traveled rings into new dimensions where something new awaits around every twist and turn. Speed to victory, solo, or as a team in a variety of offline and online modes and compete against players from around the world. Build the ultimate vehicle to match your racing style, unlock gadgets to gain the upper hand, and unleash power-up items to bring home the win. Also, this is one of the biggest things right here. There's a total of 24 tracks and 15 cross-world travel rings that you can go through in this game. 23 iconic Sonic characters as well, with up to 45 unique original vehicles and 70 different gadgets that you can use to customize your style of play as you go. Now, as I said, this is a really big game. It's got a lot of different gameplay elements in it that will customize your experience as a racer, as a player. I mean, as they've been promoting, they said there's a total of like 70,000 different combinations that you can have with the different cars and vehicles. I will tell you guys this. I have put in about, I think roughly 40 hours worth of time into this game, and I've got to tell you guys, it is such a good racing title. There's another racing game that's out and about right now, and it is one of the OGs in racing. But I will tell you this, don't worry about the plumber and his brother, because the only people that you need to be worrying about is Sonic and his crew, no question. This game is so fun, and it is a more challenging racer than other racers that are out there. It's going to kind of push you to your limit. This game is also introducing a ton of different new characters that are going to not just change your gameplay style, but change the levels that you will be checking out. So whenever I say that, I mean they're going to have a ton of different guest characters. There are free post-launch characters like Joker and Ishiban Kasuga from Yakuza. But then there's also Miku that just launched on the 22nd, and I played with her, and she was a really great character. There was a lot of times that I felt like I was kind of falling back, but every single time I was able with my gadgets and with the customization that I did to her vehicle or her wakeboard or whatever you would call it, I felt like I had the edge over people, because I'd kind of be sitting in the back of the pack, and then as time went on, I was able to pull up to the front, win the race multiple times. But there's also more characters coming too. There is characters from outside of the realm of Sonic. We have Steve, Alex, and the Creeper from Minecraft. We have SpongeBob and Patrick from SpongeBob. Pac-Man and the Ghost from Pac-Man. And then, of course, there are many other games coming as well. There's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle characters that are coming. There's Avatar Airbender characters. There's, as I said earlier, characters from the Yakuza series, Persona. It's a pretty crazy thing. There's more characters that still have not been announced. Pre-orderable characters as well, to where you can get the Werehog, which is from Sonic. I can't even remember the game, but there's a time where Sonic turned into a werewolf or a werehog. But anyways, so getting down into the basis of this, the gameplay is very smooth. At times I did feel like the car would, even whenever I had assist mode on steering turned off, I still feel like there was times that the car would have like a mind of its own and would kind of pull to the left or pull to the right. But that wasn't anything that was too crazy. I just changed my sensitivity on my sticks, and it felt like it was a little bit better after that. But the gameplay is very nice. There's a lot of different styles of play. There's the Grand Prix. There's all different types of modes available right out of the bat. So there is, as I said, there's Grand Prix, which is where you compete with solo or with friends in local split screen co-op for the first place in one of 7 cups. Racers are awarded points based on their performance. Then there's also the World Match, which is online against up to 11 other players. The Friend Match, Race Park, Time Trial, and Custom Matches, as well as the Rivalry System, which is to where players are randomly assigned a rival racer during the game. So as you're playing some of these, you'll be assigned a rival racer, and your goal is to beat that rival racer. And sometimes you're not just assigned one, you're assigned like 4 rival racers that are really good racers depending on your difficulty settings or what you're playing with. But there was a couple of times that I was really close to being beat and ended up winning last minute. But 4-player local co-op, cross-platform matchmaking. But then we get down into the graphics of it, and it is just a fascinating experience. Now, I could also see there's times that, like in the background, some of the background characters are a little low res. The characters up in the crowd are a little low res. But that kind of is something that you see in a lot of different racing titles, to where some of the crowds are not as detailed as the characters that you're playing as. So I'm not really going to knock it a lot for that. But the music in the game is fantastic too. And Miku just came out. So you have full access to an entire background music album of just nothing but music from Miku. Then you have, Sonic's albums and you have Shadow's albums. And depending on the characters, there's all different types of albums and music that you can select as a background music, or you can select classic music to play. It's really just a customizable experience from the get-go. But as I said, with the graphics, it was just visually stunning. There was a lot of times that outside of the little, characters that were in the crowd, there was a lot of times that it was just a really visually stunning experience as you were going track to track or cross-worlding yourself over into a completely different realm during half of the race. And it was just really fun. I think a lot of the gadgets that you can unlock as you play the game are really cool as well. There's a lot of times to where you'll be able to, you'll have a custom gadget to where you can drop a ring portal above another character or enemy player or something like that, and it drops slime on top of them or weights on top of them. There's other ones to where it can turn your car into a giant monster truck. There's another speed demon one to where it has these little speed characters and it links a line and it'll shoot you all the way to the front of the line. There's all kinds of really cool gadgets that you can unlock, even small gadgets. Like I have a gadget that's on most of my characters to where if I bump into another car next to me, it actually gives me a speed boost. And that type of stuff really helps a lot of times, especially whenever you have a close-knit race and you're riding up behind somebody. If you bump into the back of them, you're going to get a speed boost and be able to pull up, shake and bake. You know what I'm saying? It's shake and bake is engaged. But anyways, graphics and visuals are fantastic. The gameplay is great. One of the biggest things, too, is the music in this game. Sonic CrossWorlds has one of the best soundtrack settings out there. The background music is just unbelievable. It's just, it's killer, dude. It is such a killer experience. You could change it constantly. And even having Miku's music in there, my daughter was head over heels playing as Miku just yesterday, actually. She really loved the characters. She loved the music playing. She was able to get into the game a little bit more. But I just think this is all around visually stunning experience, and also the gameplay mechanics, like I said, are kind of top tier, dude. There's not really a lot of racers out there that come out right out the box and have this much content available. The fact that you can say, like I said, you can play, the regular racing mode. You can play Grand Prix. One of the coolest ones that I will say that I really enjoyed was the race park. And the race park sets up like 8 different styles of play that you can choose from, like a regular race, or you have another race to where it's just set up like a regular race, but all the gadgets or the weapons and stuff like that you could choose are like top tier. So, it's more intensified because everything is special weapons. There's also modes in there to where you can play as a team and you're all interconnected. So if one person is speeding up and getting a good trackway, it actually helps you with your speed. And it's a massive variation of styles of play right out of the box. I don't really see why anybody would want to kind of hold off on playing this game whenever it does officially launch on the 25th. I think this is definitely one of those kind of top tier games that I think kind of puts other racing games on the burner. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they've got a challenge ahead of them to really beat SEGA. SEGA knocked it out of the park with this, man. I think it's by far the best racer on the market right now. I don't care what anybody says. Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is really great, and it's going to even be better when more DLC continuously comes out, like the Minecraft levels, SpongeBob, Avatar, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all these other ones that are coming out. I definitely think you should check this game out, and you should be excited for what is to come with this game. But anyways, guys, that is my review of the game, my bumbling, fumbling review of Sonic CrossWorld Racing. A great experience like none other. One of the best, most fast-paced racers that I have probably ever played, and actually felt like I was really enjoying instead of just continuously getting destroyed. I will say a small little thing, like the visual aspects that we saw, some of the graphics on, I guess characters or whatever, background characters, kind of, but also there was a few times that while I was playing the game, even after turning off like steering wheel assist or anything like that, it kind of still was forcing me to do certain things like turning left, turning right. And it was a little bit kind of getting used to, but I had to change the sensitivity and so on and so forth. But outside of that, we're giving the game a 5 out of 5. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review, and please make sure to check back soon for more. Talk to you soon. Peace out.